Good morning and welcome to another day of hitchhiking through China. And today is day 24 of hitchhiking from South Korea to South Africa. I'm currently walking towards the highway. I've got a bit less than a week left on my Chinese visa, but I've still got another 1800 kilometers to go to the Kazakhstan border. So the plan today is to literally just start hitchhiking and try to get as far west as I possibly can. I'm almost at the on-ramp to the highway now. I found some cardboard this morning, so I just got to make a sign. Like I said, I don't really know where I'm going. There's a town called Hami, which is about 600 kilometers away. So hopefully I can get there today, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. All right, the sign has been made. This is a city about an hour and a half west from here. It's another 10 minutes to the highway. I'm hopeful. Hopeful we'll get it right soon. Hopeful we'll make it far west today. All right, so I made it to the toll road. There are some police officers right there, so I'm gonna try to hitchhike and hopefully they won't mind. But also look at these mountains. It's beautiful. Just another day in China. I don't know what's going on, but out of all these cars on the roundabout, none of them are turning onto this toll road. So maybe the road is closed today for construction or something. Maybe that's why the police officer is here. I have no idea, but I guess for now we'll just have to keep on waiting. The police just left, so now it's just me. Makes me feel a bit better. China is absolutely beautiful. I just got picked up by this guy who's taking me 120 kilometers down the road to a place called Jiayuguan. First ride of the day completed. I just got dropped off on an on-ramp to the highway, which is not a bad place to hitchhike from, but the problem here is that cars could be going both ways. Whereas 2 kilometers from here there is a service area, and cars at that service area will all be going in the same direction as me. So I'm just gonna walk the 2 kilometers, maybe climb over a fence if I have to, and then we'll be back to hitchhiking. Also, the service areas in China are perfect to hitchhike from. I think the longest I've ever waited at one has been about 20-30 minutes maybe. Whereas on the on-ramps of highways, you could be waiting for, over an hour. So even though it's a 2 kilometer walk, it will be worth it, as I should get picked up pretty quickly. We're walking parallel to the highway. It's about another kilometer to the service area. I think I can actually see it in the distance. I'm not sure if I can get there legally. I might need to jump a fence, but I've never seen a fence that I cannot jump. Right, that was easy. There's a hole in the wall. There are some employees right behind it. So I hope they won't question me, but if they do, I'll just tell them I need a bathroom. Go, 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 go. Easy. And now I'm at the toll road. I just stopped for some noodles at the service station, but they're actually hot beef noodles. I just had a bite. They're extremely spicy. I'm still gonna eat it, but I will sweat a lot. Oh my god. Look at the state of me. As you might be able to tell, the noodles are quite spicy. Okay, noodles have been eaten. I sweat a lot. Now let's go around and ask if anybody can take me. Okay, that was easy. The second car I asked, this guy, just said he could take me. I'm not sure how far he's going, but his car looks nice. He seems friendly. So let's go. Okay, we just pulled over at the petrol station and the guy that picked me up is driving more than 1100 kilometers. I'm not quite sure yet if he's taking me all the way or not. He said he would take me about halfway and drop me off there, but I asked him to take me all the way and then he said something that wouldn't translate. So I'm not sure what's happening, but hopefully this will be my longest ride ever. I am so confused, what music is this guy listening to? I haven't even told him where I'm from. This is just his playlist. So I'm guessing we're at the border of Xinjiang? Gansu Xinjiang. Ah. So we're at the border. So now we have to go through a checkpoint. Alright, so first of all, what is this music? I'm genuinely so confused. But also, and I'm not sure if this is coming from him or if it's coming from the police, but I just got told at a checkpoint that I can't travel at night. So what's gonna happen now is he's gonna drive me to a service area near a town called Hami. There's a hotel there, so I should be able to check in there. And then I'll stay the night and continue hitchhiking tomorrow morning. Alright, so I just got dropped off. I'm at a service area. It is slightly frustrating that the police won't let me go any further today, but it is what it is. And apparently there's a hotel here, but I don't know which one of these buildings is. So I'm just gonna have to ask around and hopefully I'll find it. Hello.
Hello.
I'm here with Li Chang, the owner of the hotel. I can't check in because there's something wrong with the system. But he gave me a potato. Yes, I'm Timo. I don't know what's going on. 3 police officers have just showed up. They're all sat next to me. They probably don't like it if I film them, but basically they're telling me I'm not allowed to stay here, and they keep wanting to drive me into the city to a hotel, which is not what I want because I'm right next to the highway right now. So I keep asking them if I can just stay here. And they seem pretty friendly, and I am hopeful, but yeah, we'll have to wait, see what happens. Bye-bye. Okay, it took a bit more than 2 hours, but I finally managed to check in. Everybody was friendly, but there were just some issues registering me. But eventually they got something sorted. Now I'm checked in. This is my room tonight. It smells like absolute dog shit. I'm just gonna quickly go out, grab some food, and then go to bed. I'm really, really tired. Another big day of hitchhiking tomorrow. So I'll catch you in the next one. Morning, and welcome to another day of hitchhiking through China. I didn't have the best night's sleep last night. It took me till 11 o'clock just to check in. Then I thought I was done, but 2 hours later the owner was knocking on my door again. Turns out he needed some more pictures, which took another hour. So I spent till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to get everything sorted. Then I went to bed, and then 5 hours later he was knocking on my door again to tell me checkout time was at noon. So he was there at 7 a.m. telling me, oh mate, you should get a move on because you need to check out 5 hours from now. Which wasn't great, but you know, life is what it is. I am at a motel right next to the highway, so hopefully I can get a ride straight from here. The goal today is to get to Urumqi, which is about 600 kilometers away. I think it should be easy enough, so let's go. So I think the police has been waiting outside my door for the last 5 hours. I'm not sure what's going on, but I just asked this guy and he told me to follow him. I think that's his truck. So I think I got a ride. First guy I asked. Good stuff. Looks like we're gonna be delivering some steel beams. Bye. Oh, that was easy. First car I asked, and he's going all the way to Urumqi. Sheshe. I just got picked up by Maisha. Maisha? Hey. I just got picked up by Maisha, a legend. He's driving me all the way from Hami to Urumqi, which is like 600 kilometers. He is going further than that, but I think what he was saying is that I need to get out in Urumqi because that's when he's picking up a friend who needs to sit on this chair. but 600 kilometers, easy, done. We just went through the first of what I'm sure will be many checkpoints today. But the police didn't pull us over, so we keep going. Also, out of all the trucks on the road, we are by far the fastest one, which is absolutely brilliant. Making great time here. So we're just taking a little break on the side of the highway. I'm not sure if you can hear me, it's very windy. It's just tightening everything up. It's pretty cold. I thought we were in the desert. I thought it was gonna be hot. But it's not. Few hours down, few more to go. Things are looking good. Truck is nice. He is nice. We keep moving. We're almost halfway now to Urumqi. We just had to take an hour-long break because it's the law in China. My driver just took a little nap. He's outside now. I think he just went to the bathroom. And then we'll keep driving. Should get there around 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Let's go. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
So what you see here are actually some old cars that are currently racing from Beijing all the way to Paris. That's pretty cool.
We just left the highway and I have no idea where we're going. But generally speaking, leaving the highway is not a good thing when you want to be on the highway. Dinner time. Good? I also just realized this is my first meal of the day and it is 6:30 p.m. Okay, that food was amazing, but I also just realized that that's the first real meal I've had in like 3 days. And now I'm back in the truck and I think he's driving another 300 kilometers and I think I can come with him the whole way. But I'm not quite sure. Okay. Let's go. Bye-bye. Okay, well that sucks. As it turns out, he is going quite far like I thought. But he needs to pick up his boss here. And then he's driving the last 300 kilometers together with his boss. And I'm not allowed in the car. So he just dropped me off right next to the highway. There's a hotel about 2 kilometers from here. I'm just crossing a road I'm not supposed to cross. So there's a hotel about 2 kilometers from here. So I'm gonna go there because it's already quite late. Check in. And then tomorrow walk back here and continue hitchhiking that way. Also, to my surprise, it's actually like proper cold here. It's like 10 degrees right now, I think. And I'm wearing shorts. I'm freezing. I can't wait to get to the hotel. I made it to the hotel. Now let's check in and hope they accept foreigners. Yeah. They don't accept foreigners. So we go back outside. We keep looking. So the guy at the previous hotel did say this hotel might accept foreigners, but I just had a look online, and even if they do accept foreigners, it is way, way, way out of my price range. But I'm gonna go in anyways, see what they say. Maybe I can get a special price discount. Yep, this is definitely looking way too posh. Yeah, that didn't work either. I've now got I've got 3 options. 1, suck it up and pay 50 quid for a hotel room. 2, put up my tent somewhere in the streets, but it's not really a good place to go camping. Or 3, go to the police and hope that they can help me out. Because you see, the only issue with hotels not letting me stay is the fact that they don't have the right software to register me, and they don't want to get in trouble with the government if they don't register me properly. So hopefully, if I can get the police to give the okay, then they will let me stay. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Okay, well that went a lot smoother than expected. Straight away the police officer was like, oh, there's a hotel across the road that accepts foreigners and is affordable. So now let's see what their definition of affordable is. Okay, I just spent 2 hours inside waiting. At first they told me, sit down, we need your passport details. They told me the price was affordable. And then it turns out they were talking about tomorrow night. Tonight all their cheap rooms are fully booked. So now I don't really know what to do. It has been a bit more than 2 hours since I first got to the city. I still haven't found a place that wants to take in foreigners. So my new plan is I'm just gonna walk around until I find a somewhat decent place, somewhat hidden, put up my tent, call it a night. I found some grass here, but one, it's not very hidden. It's right next to the road. And there are also some sprinklers on the middle of the grass. And I don't know if or when they will turn on. So I'd rather not put my tent right next to that. I found a spot. It's far from perfect. The road is right there. So I mean, people will definitely see me. The ground is a bit rocky, but it's 11 o'clock at night, so we'll have to do. I'm gonna set up my tent and hope for the best. All right, that's home for tonight. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is 9 a.m. I just got woken up by someone hitting the side of my tent and screaming something. So I guess it's time to get up. So it wasn't raining. I was almost packed up, but the sprinklers just turned on. So now my tent is wet. And now I'm gonna have to go outside and try to sort this out. I just moved my tent. My tent was right there underneath the sprinklers. Now my tent is wet. So I'm gonna hang it up over this fence and wait a bit for it to dry. Okay, the bag has been packed. The tent is still wet, so that will have to come out again tonight. I'm never sure how everything fits inside there, but somehow it does. And now let's get back to the highway over there and get out of this town. What a way to start the day. Surely it can only get better from here. I have made it back to the highway. Now I just need to cross this road and then there's an on-ramp right there. Looks safe enough. Climb over this. That was easier than expected. I have made it to the on-ramp. It looks promising. We are still in the middle of the city, so the chances of someone pulling over and actually going far are pretty slim. But it's about 20-30 kilometers to the edge of town, so hopefully I can get somewhat in the right direction. I pulled over 2 cars in 2 minutes. Neither of them could help me. They were both going into the city. But there's a police officer right across the road who got really angry because I created a bit of a traffic jam. And then he told me to go away. So now the new plan is to go across the road there to the petrol station, which is where my original truck driver turned off yesterday. And he said there's cheap fuel there, so that a lot of truck drivers pull over off of the highway, come here to get some fuel, and then continue on their big journeys. So hopefully, if I ask around there, I can get lucky. Right, let's give this a go. and hope I find a friendly trucker. The good thing is nobody seems to care about me walking around in the middle of a petrol station. The bad news is I haven't found anybody yet who's going in the same direction. I just got picked up by this truck. The guy's just inside paying. He's taking me at least to the service area at the edge of town, which is like 20 kilometers away. And then from there it should be really easy to find my next ride. I just got picked up by Changta, and he's taking me all the way to Kuitun, more than 200 kilometers away.
Little update, he's not actually taking me to the town, but he's taking me to a big service area nearby instead.
Very big service area. I just got dropped off at this massive service area, but there's actually some English people here. How are you?
Very good.
Alright, so these English guys, I've been seeing them for 2 days now on the road, just on and off. And they're actually in a race. So they're driving from Beijing all the way to Paris. They don't have any spare seats in their cars, but they're like the organization guys that I just spoke to. So I'm gonna talk to them for a while because they seem really interesting. But then also, I'm gonna ask, and hopefully they have an empty seat in one of their cars. And hopefully they can take me at least to the border to Kazakhstan. First car just arrived. Winner, winner. Now they're all coming in. Good stuff. I don't really think I can hitchhike in one of these cars, but it's still cool to see. And also, this is the first time I'm speaking English in like 2 weeks to anyone other than my phone. As you can see, I'm not the only one that's here to watch the cars. I was just talking to them and they're saying that this just happens every single day. Like there's loads of people showing up everywhere they go, which makes sense. They are pretty cool cars. Alright, that was fun. Most cars have arrived. Ended up meeting some wonderful people, really friendly people. Ended up meeting some Dutch people even, so I could speak some Dutch. There was one guy that was driving alone. And for a second I thought he might be able to take me, but he didn't want to, which is fair enough. So now instead I'm gonna go back to hitchhiking and hopefully find a ride straight from here to the border with Kazakhstan.
Alright, so I just got picked up by this guy who's taking me all the way to Kuitun, which is like 60 kilometers away. But he also just offered to buy me a train ticket all the way to the border with Kazakhstan. I hadn't even agreed to it yet, but he just bought it for me. The train doesn't leave for another 8 or 9 hours, so it's definitely not the fastest way to get there, as it's only another 4 hours of driving.
I just made it to the train station. Train doesn't leave for like another 8 hours, but let's go inside and grab some food. Right, okay, that was a bit of a shit show. So basically the lovely guy that dropped me off insisted on buying me a train ticket, which he did. But then I tried to get into the train station and they wouldn't let me in because my power bank is too big. I really don't want to lose my power bank, but I also don't want to miss the train. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait. It's only 4 p.m. now. The train doesn't leave until 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna wait for the night shift to come in and hope that they will let me get on. Hopefully they're more cool than the day shift. If not, unfortunately, I am gonna have to bin my power bank because there's no way I'm missing this train. But for now, I'm just gonna go out and grab some food. I found some beef noodles, which look really nice. And I've got a new strategy. I'm trying to drain my power bank as quickly as possible, because hopefully, if it's empty, they will let me take it. I am waiting outside the train station. I am still trying to drain my power bank. It's not working. This power bank is just too good. Everything I have is charged. It's still at 21%. I do have one more trick up my sleeve, which would be to literally hide it up my sleeve. Because they search your bag, but I don't think they searched me last time I went in. So I'm just gonna try to hide it on me and walk in. And hopefully that works. And if not, I can always try crying, I guess. And if that doesn't work, then I will have to say goodbye to this majestic power bank, which funnily enough is made in China. There is nobody else here. So hopefully that means they're more likely to let it slide. But we'll see. All right, just went through security and my power bank is gone. That's annoying. Good news is that if I come back here within 5 days, I can pick it up again. Not that I will, but the option is there. I guess at the end of the day though, they are just doing their job. I just checked in. I've got my ticket now. I'm not sure where to go. Looks pretty deserted. Train is leaving in an hour and a half. I found a waiting hall. Let's see if there's anything else around. I found a shop. So that means it's time to buy snacks. I hope they have chocolate. I like chocolate. I found food. And for everybody telling me I'm not eating authentic food, it's Chinese chocolate. And we are in. This train is big. Where do I go? That way? Let's ask her. 你好。谢谢。We go to the right. I don't know if you can see, but that train looks quite nice. But it's on the wrong side. So I don't think that's our train. That's the train. I hope I have a bed. I actually have no idea what to expect. The guy that picked me up today bought me a ticket. So I have no idea what kind of seat it is. But I guess we are about to find out. There we go. First train of the journey. Oh. Those do not look like beds. Also looks pretty busy. Right. We are on the move. I have just made it to what I think is my seat. I am right next to the smoking area, because every train has to have a smoking area, apparently. At least I have leg room. And now I'm on this train for the next 8 hours. Next stop, Kazakhstan. Good morning. We have made it to Korgos, the border town with Kazakhstan. I slept through most of that train journey, thank God. It wasn't the nicest train. It also wasn't the worst train. I've definitely been on worse trains in India. I am really tired. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a hotel here, stay here for one night. It's 9 a.m. now. So I basically spend a full day here. And then tomorrow morning I'll cross into Kazakhstan. Good morning and welcome to Korgos or Karglas, I don't really know. Whatever this town is called, it's on the border between China and Kazakhstan. I just made it. It's like 9-10 o'clock in the morning. This town is absolutely deserted, but apparently there's a big shopping area here where people from Kazakhstan come here to get Chinese products, buy them, and then bring them back home to Central Asia. I'm not sure where that is. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna find a hotel, check in, relax, have a good time. Maybe try to find a shopping area actually, because the Chinese government took my power bank last night. So hopefully find a new power bank and then just relax, get some sleep. And tomorrow morning I'll cross from here into Kazakhstan. But for now, I'm just gonna get some sleep. We have made it, I think. What's it say? 你好。Hello.
你好。
谢谢。All right, this is not too bad. 2 beds, air conditioning, got a wardrobe, got some coat hangers, got a hair dryer. I love it when a place has a hair dryer. Got a door that's locked. Don't know what's behind that. Bathroom, you can take a shit whilst taking a shower, save some time. Not bad. Room secured. And now, time to find a shop to replace my power bank. And that is gonna be the main thing I'll be doing today. We have made it to the border area where apparently loads of people come to shop. So I'm guessing that's not the entrance. I'm guessing that's the entrance. Also, if you're thinking to yourself, but why would that be the entrance? That doesn't make any sense. It's because we're in China and nothing here makes sense. So if it doesn't make sense, it actually makes sense, you know? I was actually right. Good stuff. Okay, so I just went through customs and now I am in no man's land, which is apparently where all the shops are. So I'm not in China, I'm not in Kazakhstan, I'm somewhere in between. And there should be loads of big shopping malls around here selling everything. I just made it to the first plaza. It seems like the main thing they sell here are cigarettes and alcohol. Which makes a lot of sense, because this is a tax-free region. And obviously cigarettes and alcohol do have a lot of tax. Found some chocolate. No power bank yet, but the chocolate lady did just tell me where to find one. As per my latest intel, I should be able to find a power bank somewhere here. Apparently, it's somewhere here. But where? I have no idea. I think it is across the road. Maybe out here. Across? I am so lost. Oh, they do have electronics. That's a good start. Huh? Well, this looks promising. I didn't just find one power bank, I found 2. So now I will never need to worry about charging again, ever. I just took them out of the box to see if they're working. My 2 white power banks. One of them is black, but I guess they work, so it's fine. And now I'll be able to tell them apart, which might also come in handy at some point, somehow. Good stuff. Power banks have been secured. Now let's head back to China for one last night in China, and then tomorrow I'll finally cross into Kazakhstan.